Yeah, and then you want to do the pledge.
All right. I'd like to call this meeting to order. The board has returned from executive session, and there were no actions taken.
Can you move your microphone?
Oh, sorry. All right. So can we start with the?
Pledge?
Yeah, the pledge.
But 1 second, can you just open the meeting and call
Oh.
the meeting open?
Again, okay.
The
The bo-
reorganizational meeting?
The board has returned from an executive session. There were no actions taken. Can I have a motion to open the reorganization meeting? First, Tammy, Bruce, second. All in favor? All right, let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Okay. Now we move to the required appointments for the 2023-2024 school year. I will take appointments 1 through 8 on page 1 as a slate. We are appointing the district clerk pro tem, district treasurer, and deputy district treasurer. All right, we have a motion. First, Tammy. Second, Lisa. All in favor?
Is there any discussion?
Oh, is discussion. Any discussion? No?
Okay.
All right, all moving on. All in favor? Okay, our attorney, Jack Feldman, will administer the oaths of office to these individuals and the superintendent.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jill Girash,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Superintendent of Schools
of Superintendent of Schools
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
Welcome back.
Heather, district, he's going to swear in the district clerk, Jim.
Okay, it's
So we're going to go down the aisle.
I'm ready to
okay. Appointment of the district clerk. I just read it.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Christine Costa,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Clerk
of District Clerk,
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
Cold Spring Harbor Central School District. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And the appointment of the
District pro
district
tem.
treasurer. District-
And the district clerk and district treasurer.
Let me get Jill one
Jill,
more
I have
time.
to
Jill, one more
swear you
time.
By now you know this, so I'm sure you memorized the whole thing. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jill Girash,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Clerk Pro Tem
of District Clerk Pro Tem
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
Okay.
District treasurer.
Appointment of the district treasurer.
Christine Johnson?
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Christine Johnson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Treasurer
of District Treasurer
of Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District.
The deputy treasurer's not here.
Okay, so do I
We'll
just,
that. We'll swear him in. He was appointed, but we'll swear him in
okay.
after this meeting.
So the deputy district treasurer has been appointed, but we're going to swear him in after this meeting. So we're going to move on to the appointment of board to committee members. Okay? Where am I? All right, we have interest of board members to sit on various committees, and we're going to vote them as a slate. This is item number 9. We're going to start, we have several committees. We are going to start with the policy committee. Do I take a motion on all of them?
You can read each of
I'll
the
read
committees,
each
all
one,
of
and
them,
then I'll take a motion for
at
them
the
all.
end.
Okay. Okay, the person we have, the people interested, we have interested in the policy committee, where Ms. Jill Garash is the chair, Bill Woolman, Heather Morante Young, Lisa Smith. For the capital improvement committee with Christine Costa as the chair, we have Bruce Sullivan, Lisa Smith, and Alex Wheelahan. For the audit committee with Christine Costa as the coordinator, we have Tammy Stark, William Woolman, and Alex Wheelahan. For the district-wide safety committee, we have Bruce Sullivan and Alex Wheelahan. For the professional development committee, we have Kate Delacarpini and Heather Morante Young. For the district-wide technology committee, we have Lisa Smith and Tammy Stark. And for the nutrition and wellness committee, we have Kate Delacarpini. So make a motion to appoint these members to these committees and voting on them all as a slate. So,
Is there anyone
Motion?
who wants to make a motion?
I'm going to make a motion. Bruce is my first. Second, Bill, all right. So discussion? All in,
I have some questions, so I would like to just ask for the three individuals who are going to be doing the policy committee, whether you will support the DEI policy that we passed last year unanimously. So I guess I'll start with Mr. Woolman.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with it. I think the board did a good job with it, so.
Ms. Young?
okay. I personally, after working for 2 years about toward a consensus on this, have no intention of reconsidering the policy at this time.
And Ms. Smith?
Yes, I'm good with the policy.
Thank you. Otherwise, I don't have any other questions. Thank
All
you.
right. So all in favor or anyone else? All right, all in favor? All right. We now move to approval of appointment items 10 and 11 on page 2 as a slate. These appointments authorize the purchasing agent and deputy purchasing agent to submit bids to newspapers and open bids and appoints the superintendent as certifier of payroll. Okay, so I'll take a motion on 10 and 11. Lisa? Tammy? Any questions? All in favor? Okay.
Before we move on, I wanted to make a motion to record the committee meetings. Can I do that now, or do I need to wait for the discussion later on in the agenda?
I think wait till discussion.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll wait till later.
Okay, so we're on items 10 and 11 now, which are the appointments of person authorized to submit a bid and certification of payroll. We did that. Oh, sorry. Moving on to other appointments. Sorry. We now move on to other appointments, 1 and 2, on pages 2 and 4 as a slate. These appointments include attorney, auditor, fiscal advisor, and other required appointments, as well as establishing rates for certain services for the school year and the mileage reimbursement rate for the employee travel.
1 second, I'm just going to step in, Heather.
Mhm.
There's going to be a revision to item 1. That is the General and Labor Council appointment. The retainer is in the minutes is going to be, you're going to be asked to approve a revision from $18,000 to $20,000 for the retainer. Okay,
Okay?
everyone has, you can proceed.
And the 240 is 250.
That's correct, sorry. It's a $20,000 retainer for the year and $250 attorney rate, hourly rate.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I make a motion on 1 and 2 on pages 2 through 4. Do I have a first? Tammy, with only one. Second? Lisa? Discussion?
So I guess I just want to say that I think that a $20,000 retainer for an attorney is reasonable, and the rates seem reasonable to me, and I want to, thank our attorneys for their service over the past year. The one other thing that I want to point out is that, and I just want, the administration to confirm this, we've heard in the past that substitute teacher rates in our community are not competitive with neighboring districts. And so, I just want to confirm that we think that these substitute teacher rates and other rates are competitive and that we can get the best in our classrooms, right? So,
Yeah, so this rate is a $10 increase to prior years, and in the 21-22 school district year, we raised it, I think, Mona, $15. So in the past 2 years, we've raised it $25 with the approval this evening. We are still very challenged, I'm going to say, with getting substitute coverage, as is most districts, but this certainly will help us get closer. I do believe Syosset pays closer to 160, Mona, is that correct? That's what we've heard. I can't confirm that.
I feel like 160 is common.
Not we're actually average prior to this. We did some research when we upped it to the $15, so we were average. I can't speak to what districts have done this school year in their reorg minutes.
so what do you think, Kate? I mean, do you think that it should be higher than the 140?
I think it should be 140 or 150?
The substitute teacher
Yeah, I
rate.
think I do. I think we have trouble getting, I think substitutes just go where the money is. And are we having trouble with substitutes?
We are, we absolutely are.
How many days of substitutes do we use
I know
a
we've
year?
been pulling like gym teachers.
So we
and-
have
Right, so then the kids are missing out on,
Well, they don't, so the way the substitute coverage works, we have permanent subs. We have 2 permanent subs at the junior, senior high school currently. Our intention is to put 2 permanent subs at Lloyd Harbor and then 1 at Goose Hill and 1 at Westside. They come in every single day, all year long. The daily sub rate, which is the 140 that's on the list, that obviously is coverage for teacher illnesses as well as any professional development that we're doing, so it really depends on the day. So I can't speak to that. When we are short subs and we can't get the coverage, teachers provide coverage during their break periods. So if a teacher, particularly at the junior, senior high school, they have 3 preps, or a lunch and 2 preps, I should say, and so they can cover. In those instances, when they do cover, the fee is $57 an hour, approximately $57 an hour in the coverage rate.
What do you think, Mona? Do you think it should be higher to be more competitive?
I think it's a challenge to get subs, there's no question about that. We do hear anecdotally that subs do go to different districts depending on, convenience as well as payment. We have raised it, I think it's fair, but certainly, more might be more attractive.
I can't guarantee that we'll get more subs just
No.
because of our location, but, Syosset's close by, so if they are, and I can't confirm that they're making 160, but that's what we do here.
And when we get a sub, are we happy with the quality of the substitutes we're having? Like, in other words, is that something we assess, or
We do.
are they teaching a lesson, or are they just?
Yes, they are teaching lessons. Teachers leave lesson plans for the substitutes. So there is an expectation that they're teaching, absolutely. We have had instances where we would not bring somebody back to substitute
what
based on
happens
the
in the
feedback.
elementary school? You're saying that the high school teachers have maybe a little bit more prep time, so they're paid $57 an hour to cover, but what do you do in the elementary school
So in
if they
some
don't?
cases, we do have, I don't want this to appear, but like in a case where the librarian has 18 sections at Lloyd Harbor, but there's 30 periods in a week. So they might have some extra free periods available. Now, I'm not saying they're not busy other times, providing research
Right.
opportunities, collecting books, like doing all those other things. Same thing with a music teacher. They may cover, there are times that,
They do full teacher assistants who are certified to cover classes, and there have been times when,
But they don't get paid the $57 an hour.
anytime somebody covers,
Yeah.
absolutely, they get paid.
So we're kind of paying anyway.
And there have been times that they've had to cancel a class or two to
No,
do
I think we should be a
coverages.
minimum at 150, like, at least. but
For the
that's-
daily, and
Yeah.
then would we raise the permanent then? So the permanent is currently at
I don't know,
150,
maybe
so.
we think about- And are we able to get permanent subs? How's that
Yes,
going?
we do get permanent subs.
Mhm.
We have no issue with that at all.
Yeah, I think permanent subs usually, correct me if I'm wrong, but is like a young girl that,
No.
or boy, man, woman, whatever, coming out of college that wants to.
Not necessarily.
So I'm just wondering why, is it because they want to work every day? Why do we have
Well,
trouble with one and
permanent,
not
the
the
permanent
other?
sub, they're guaranteed payment every single day. They know they're showing up at work, the same location, every day, all year.
Mm.
And it is good experience for people who are trying to get into the teaching field.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying it's not necessary, it might not be somebody young.
Well, I meant someone trying to get in teaching field, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Is there a benefits difference? Do permanent subs get benefits versus?
No.
Okay.
It's a daily rate.
So raising the substitute teacher rate to 150 sounds reasonable to me.
It was 130 last year, just so, for purpose of this, I just want to be clear. We raised it for this agenda $10.
And we think Syosset's at 160.
Mhm.
So even at 150, we're $10 less than them. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but
It just seems to me if we raise the daily rate, we should raise the permanent rate.
Well, then we'd raise that by $10, since it's only $10 more now.
What do you think? Is that reasonable?
I would recommend that you, I think the person who's showing up every single day and is committed to the district should get the $10 more a day. It's not an hour, it's a day.
Right,
Right.
right.
That's why I don't have an issue with it.
Right, so for 5, it's like $8,000.
It's not a lot of money.
Not a big money.
All right, so how would we have to do this, Christine? Do we have to take it separately?
Motion.
Yeah,
So
we'll
take
take a
it-
motion to increase the rates because we already have a first and a second on all the items. So let's
Yes.
take a motion to amend the permanent sub and substitute rate.
Okay. So I'll take a motion to amend the permanent sub and substitute rate.
Permanent sub
By
rate,
$10.
permanent sub rate from 150 to 160,
160.
and the substitute teacher rate from 140 to 150.
Okay, so do I have a first? Bruce, second. Kate? Further discussion? All in favor? And then I guess I'll go back and I'll ask for another motion now that it's been amended on other appointments on pages 1 and 2 on pages 2 and 4. Do I have a first?
You had a first and a
A
second.
second? Okay, do I have to do that
You had
again now that it's
discussion. In that
amended?
discussion, we amended the
Okay.
rates, and now you can just say all in favor of all of the items. You just have to say all in favor.
All in favor of all those items? Okay.
Great.
Moving on, we are going to take the designation items 1 through 6 on pages 4 and 5 as a slate. These include dates for our regular board meetings, bank depositories, establishment of petty cash, authorized signatures on checks, extra classroom check signers, designated newspapers, and budget transfers. All right, let me make a motion first. Can I first, Lisa? Second? Tammy? Any questions? All in favor? Okay. Moving on, we will approve the bonding of school personnel at $1 million per employee. So I'll take a motion on, which one is that?
Page 5, number 1.
Page 5, Roman numeral 8,
Yeah.
number 1. So I'll take a motion on that first. Tammy, second. Bill, any questions? All in favor? Okay. We will take the approval of other items, Roman numeral 9, that's 1 through 26, on pages 5 through 12, as a slate. These are required approvals needed each school year. They include committee appointments, officer appointments, other required appointments, and policy and procedure affirmations. It also includes the approval of the organizational chart for the 2023-24 school year. Okay, so I'll take a motion on that first. Tammy, second. Lisa, any questions?
I don't have a question. I just want to thank everybody who volunteered for all of these committees, because there's folks I know who are in the audience who volunteered as well. So thank you so much for stepping up to help the district.
Okay. All right, all in favor? Okay. And finally, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn this reorganizational meeting and call to order, organizational meeting. Let's take a first. Bruce, second. Bill. All in favor? Okay. Moving on to our next meeting.